Okay, having sat here and thought about it for a couple of minutes, I would say, let's go with the obvious answer first, though this is probably not the most innovative as far as I'm concerned. I would say probably Dark Souls has to be up there just with the whole bonfire Estus system. I still think, that is the best system they've ever come up with. Yeah, you can kind of argue that humanity can make that a little bit broken, but humanity in the early games is one of those things you can only really farm from rats. No one's going to stand around and do it. Most people won't know to do it, won't know how to get the item discovery and whatnot, and even when you do, they don't drop it often enough. It takes hours to even get a few. So I really think Dark Souls 1, without the life gems, without the having to farm for blood vials like you do in Bloodborne, I think, just getting Estus back at Bonfire, I think that's such a cool mechanic. I think it makes the game so balanced. I genuinely think they did such a good job with that. I would also say A Link to the Past was pretty damn innovative with, the whole Dark World thing and switching between different parts of the Light and Dark World to get access to different parts of the other world that you otherwise couldn't get to. That's extremely cool. I still think to this day that holds up there as one of the coolest game mechanics. Oh, he also said, what's your favorite drink? Well, I actually don't drink. It's not like I'm against alcohol. I'm not like teetotal or something. But yeah, alcohol, man, doesn't really do much for me, so I do not have a favorite drink, unfortunately. Kaiser Finney says, any chance you could do a Prototype 2 series or maybe an Arkham game? Maybe Arkham Knight when it comes out. How about Mark of the Ninja or Dishonored? Huh? Do something. Basically, let's start with Prototype. I have never played a Prototype game, know pretty much nothing of them. I've heard of them, I don't know anything about them, so we'll put that in the maybe pile, but certainly not a priority right now. As for the Arkham games, I would have already done probably both of the Arkham games. This does not include Origins, even though I also probably would have done that. But yeah, Warner Brothers, you know what they're like, they did the same shit with Shadow of Mordor. If they publish something, they will claim copyrights. So yeah, I very likely am going to be playing Arkham Knight, but I'm almost certainly not going to be recording it because it just means I'll be feeding money to Warner Brothers, and I ain't down with that. I already got to pay for the freaking game. Like, holy shit. Okay, so, also Mark of the Ninja and Dishonored. Now, deal with Dishonored, the reason I haven't done that is because, for one thing, I haven't even played it yet, so it's not really my sort of game, though it looks okay. But I remember when Dishonored came out, I think it was like 2012, every fucking YouTuber I knew was doing it. Every damn one of them. Drove me insane. So yeah, I have never watched any of the people play Dishonored, and I'm already sick of Dishonored, and it's been like 3 years since then. I'm still sick of it. That's how many people were doing it. I kind of felt the same way about Skyrim and Minecraft. People just beat a dead horse man into the ground, and I just don't care anymore. So yeah, Dishonored, probably a great game, but too many people did it, man. I'm sick of it. And Mark of the Ninja. Looks very cool. I actually own it, and I've never played it. I have too many games on Steam that I own, and I've never even played them. So yeah, I'm sure at some point I'll do that. Whether I'll record it or not, I don't know, but yeah, I'll probably do it just to make my purchase not completely pointless. Okay, next question is from Mr. Red Reaction. Where in the UK are you from? We already covered that, and how have more people not discovered you yet? Your content is awesome. Well, thanks, buddy. I like you too. Okay, here's the thing. On YouTube, it's a lot down to luck. It's also down to bigger channels giving you shoutouts. You can make it on your own, but it's really fucking hard. If a major channel that had millions of subscribers gave a shoutout to a newer channel, they could probably, double, triple, quadruple, 10 times the amount of subscribers they have overnight. It depends how many they had in the first place, but you get my points. I have 10,000. If a big channel gave me a shout-out, we could probably go to 20 in like a day, which is ridiculous, but that's kind of the way it works. It's kind of an unfair system, but there you go. So yeah, basically, luck, I guess. Now, besides that, there's also the fact that I think 89% of my audience last time I looked are 18 plus. 11% are 17 and below. That's a staggeringly small percentage of children, or, not that you're a child if you're 17, but you get my points. That's a staggeringly small percentage of children that actually watch my contents, which means I don't appeal to kids. Don't get me wrong, I consider that a good thing. I've always said I hate kids, don't like them, I don't want this to be a channel that appeals to children. And it doesn't, and that's a good thing. That doesn't mean that, I'm not happy to have younger viewers. That just means, they're the exception to the rule, they're the cool kids, basically, is the way I would put it. That's not me sucking up, I genuinely believe that. You probably have more mature taste than most children. Not that I think I'm the most mature man on earth, but apparently compared to some channels I am. So yeah, I don't appeal to children, which means I don't appeal to by far the biggest demographic. There are way more children that use YouTube than there are anything else. that's quite obvious. Have you ever heard of Mr. Stampy Cat? Mr. Stampy Longnose, or whatever the fuck he's called? He's basically like a children's TV presenter who plays Minecraft. You know, he's an adult man who talks in, a kid-friendly voice, and he appeals to kids, and he makes very PG content. I have nothing against him, there's nothing wrong with that, but that's my point. He's got like 5-point-something million subscribers. Almost all of those 5-point-something million are children, because that's what he appeals to. So yeah, I don't appeal to the biggest audience, and I don't have a problem with that. Okay, next question is from JMMVN8. Good God, that's a mouthful. It says, Mr. Anderson, assuming you like the fantasy genre, if you were part of a fantasy world, would you want to be a man, an elf, or a dwarf? I'm boring. I'm the guy who always chooses the man. Whenever you get the options, yeah. I mean, I guess my Skyrim character's the exception. I don't really know why I picked an orc. They look kind of cool, and I think they've got a better voice, so when they're doing the dragon shouts, sounds cooler to me. So yeah, I would pick the man, because I'm boring. Jimmy says, will you ever play an MMO like Elder Scrolls Online or something? Probably not. I really don't like MMOs. And for God's sakes, do not show your face. Do the Q&A over some PvP or some gameplay. Well, you'll be happy to know there is gameplay in the background. Mr. Yeah says, will you make videos in the near future with someone else? We pretty much already covered that. And Hiltago says, what has been the luckiest and or unluckiest moment for you in a video game? There's too many for me to, pluck one out of the air? I think there's a lot of minor things in the Twilight Princess series that were pretty lucky. So much that I think some people are convinced that I've played that game before. They're like, you couldn't possibly have done that, or, accidentally stumbled across that first time. So yeah, I had a lot of luck in that series, I guess. Though, I wouldn't really say it was luck. It was more just, and I've said this before, I know game design. I've played games enough that I usually know what a developer is likely to do if it's a good game design choice. So I can usually predict things before they happen and whatnot. So, yeah, I don't really have, a lucky or unlucky moment I can pluck out of my mind. I guess it was pretty unlucky when I was against Manus in the Sorcerer run, I think it was, where my brain just straight up died. Like, he dragged me down to the fights. My brain died, and I completely forgot what was the run button. So I think I pressed R1 to try and roll, and yeah, it didn't go well, so I died, instantly. Good times. Okay, so next question is from Zota Nethgame. What are your goals for YouTube? I don't really have goals for YouTube. I mean, when I started... Oh, look, there I am dying again. When I started, I think I pretty much had 1,000 subscribers as a goal. After that, it's just been kind of just carry on doing what I'm doing, have fun, enjoy it, build up a bigger audience. Don't have any specifics in mind, though. Okay, and he also said, are you as hyped as me for Final Fantasy 15? And I guess that's all. No. And here's the thing, I haven't played the demo yet. I almost brought Type 0, and I wasn't planning to buy it for the demo, but had I done, I would have played the demo. See, I haven't played the demo. I saw a little tiny bit of gameplay, looks fine. Doesn't really like what I would consider a Final Fantasy game, but then they haven't been for years. Again, I hated 13. And this is the sequel to 13. 14 was an MMO, which a lot of people like. Again, I played quite a bit of 14, well, I say quite a bit, it was 20 hours, which for an MMO ain't a lot. Didn't really enjoy it, so yeah, the last couple of games I haven't enjoyed, so no, but I'm hoping that I will be pleasantly surprised. All I know is the Kingdom Hearts guys are working on it, which likely means Kingdom Hearts 3 is being worked on by a different team, which means it will probably suck, and it means I'll probably, at the very least, enjoy the hell out of the combat, because no matter what you think about Kingdom Hearts, the combat is always kind of freaking amazing. Okay, next question is from Brandon Hussey. You hussy. My 2 cents on the facecam are that it should be used in a special announcement, but not in everyday videos and Let's Plays. As for a question, do you have a pet? If so, what is it? Used to have a dog. Unfortunately, we lost him a week ago or so. So yeah, it's a very sad story, but yeah, we won't go into that. Isaac Ord says, have you ever thought of interacting with your fans by any means of online gaming? We already covered that. Witteron. Wait, God damn it. X-Witterian. Rian? I almost read that as Twitter. Twitter says, how would you feel if someone donated you $250 to do a certain game, especially if it's one you don't actually want to play? Would you just return the money? Yeah, I guess I'd return the money. I mean, here's the thing. If it was a game I was willing to try, I'd probably say, fuck it, I'll just take the $250 and I'll try it. Because why not? But if it's a game I knew I wouldn't like, for example, if someone was like, here's $250 to play Final Fantasy 13, I would be like, you know what, no thanks, you keep the money, because I value my time and enjoyment more than the money. And, I guess there's the whole selling out thing, but I don't think trying a game is selling out. That's my opinion. I think being paid to give a good opinion on a game is selling out, but that doesn't happen very often, though it does happen sometimes. Okay, Hunter Ice Cream Killer of Stuff says, well, I guess there's only one question I have to ask. What would be your preferred evil superpower, and what evil supernatural being would you like to be? Okay, a superpower for an evil dude? I guess you'd have to go with mind control, because, like, you wouldn't need anything else. You could just make everyone do your bidding. And that's like, surely that's the most evil thing, right? Controlling someone's will. And as for like, who would I want to be that's evil? I guess we'll go with the Joker. Marcin Jones says, do you have any tattoos? No, I'm a pasty man with no tattoos. Drake of the Gamer says, first off, I just want to say you are one of my favorite YouTubers and I love your videos. Well, thanks. My favorite series of yours was Dark Trolls and your PvP episodes. Are you going to bring them back for Bloodborne? Am I gonna do Bloodborne PvP? Perhaps. Though I think I have the bell that you need to invade people? Don't seem to be working. See, I don't know. You might be able to tell after nearly an hour of solid talking, kind of losing my voice. Nathaniel Wyman says, what's your favorite animal? That's a good question. Let's go with a bear. Never really thought about a bear or a penguin, because penguins look silly and bears are just badass and they don't give a shit. Evan Ciano says, what you look like in your name? We already pretty much covered that. Class B says, how old are you? We already covered that. And where are you from? We covered that as well. Facecam. What do you look like? Pretty much covered that. What is your favorite porn star? I don't have a favorite one. I know some names, but who doesn't, right? Okay, Dylan Box Phoenix Deppy says, holy shit, I just clicked show more and that's humongous. How have games forged you? I know what you mean, like how have they shaped you and changed you as a person. I don't know, because I don't know what I would be like without video games, you know what I mean? Like if I could somehow time travel and be like, stop playing video games, and then, you know, see what I'm like now, I'm sure I'd be a very different person, but without the information I have no idea. But I'm sure they have. How has your life changed because you play games as much as you do? You'd be surprised, man. I think I only play an average of like maybe an hour and a half a day, which it's not a huge deal. Again, I only work part-time. A lot of my day is spent doing other things, which is why I don't make, 4 or 5 videos a day. How have games made you think about your life and life as a whole? I don't know. Again, I think they probably have changed the way I look at different things, but very subtly. How have they affected the way you think and feel about things? Pretty much the same question. What do games mean to you? They're entertainment. I think they're the best form of entertainment, but that's my opinion. Not really huge on movies and TV shows. I much prefer video games. I think they tell stories better because you get to interact and you feel more part of the story. Though that depends on the person. What do games mean to you? But again, I think they're the best form of entertainment. What do they do for you? They entertain me. Why do you play games? Because they entertain me. What's about them that you enjoy? The entertainment. Why a game, not anything else? Again, we're gonna cover that. I think games are the best form of entertainment. Word of the day is entertainment. Okay, I don't think there's any more questions there. It's so huge, man. Leesworth says, what difficulty comes with maintaining a YouTube channel and how do you circumvent these problems? Finding the time, I guess, is the biggest difficulty. But again, it's just one of those things, like if you have the motivation, you will make the time. And I guess besides that, copyrights. Copyright, man, it's a bitch. Okay, actually just took a long break, so if I sound completely different now, then you know why. Okay, next question is from Big Papa Kaiser. He says, which is your favorite series on your channel? We already covered that. Also, would you sacrifice a goat to Satan to bring Bloodborne to PC? Okay, so I would like it on PC just because it would run better, and it would be more convenient for me to record it, plus, obviously, more people would be able to play it. I mean, in an ideal world, yes, everything would be on every system, but it's something that, games companies have always done. Nintendo are infamous. Like, Nintendo will never make a game that's not on a Nintendo platform, with the exception, yes, I know they're kind of going into mobile now, but you're not going to see, Zelda games and whatnot on there unless they're little shitty, pay-to-win things. I don't know. But yeah, long story short, it really doesn't bother me that it's an exclusive because I have a PS4. If I didn't have one, yes, it would bother me, but I do, so, I don't know. Would I sacrifice a goat? No, because what's the goat ever done to me? You know, it's just kind of dickish to the goats. But yes, I would like it on PC. Next question is from Mr. Yeah. Will you make videos in the near future with someone else? Maybe? I have no plans to do so. I think we kind of already covered this. I don't know. And by the way, since I mentioned that I just come back after taking a break, also refresh the page, so if I miss one of your questions or I'm repeating a question, that's because YouTube has messed around the order of the comments. It seems okay, but you never freaking know. Okay, next question is from GuganDeep5, who says to just call him Pygod because apparently I can't pronounce his name. That's the way it's written, man. What do you want from me? He says, are you a doge or a cat person? I guess dog? Assuming that's what you mean, not literally doge. But yeah, I like cats as well, man. I've had both. Anyway, next question is, again, he's got a bunch here. Glass half full or glass half empty? Half full, though it depends on the situation. What is 12 times 12 divided by 12? That would be 12. If you could have one superpower, what would it be? I think we covered that. Mind control. In what world of game series would you like to live in, and why? I guess Final Fantasy, probably specifically. We'll go with 8. I was gonna say 10, but there's just too many religious nuts in that game. They're kind of insane. So yeah, we'll go with Final Fantasy 8 just because the characters are cool and I like the world. In what world of... Oh, we already read that. That's the last question. What the hell are you doing, brain? If you could live in a game and never die, what game would you live in? Pretty much the same as the last question, I think. What type of headset/microphones do you use and record and edit with? Or keeping your family secrets? Now, okay, so... I use a Blue Snowball. Blue Snowballs are... what a lot of people starting out on YouTube tend to use. Personally, I've just never felt any need to upgrade it. I mean, it's not perfect, don't get me wrong, but... I mean, I've seen plenty of people, or should I say, I've heard plenty of people that have a more expensive microphone, and they sound like shit. Because some people, it's not quite as simple as just recording yourself. I use audio balance, I use noise removal, I use a lot of different things to make it sound good. So yeah, I don't know, I think it sounds fine, so... I've never messed around upgrading it. I probably will eventually, but for now it seems perfectly fine to me. And what do I edit with? I edit with Camtasia Studio. Tried using Sony Vegas at one point. I hate it. It's terrible. It's just terrible. And if you could eat only one meal for the rest of your life, what would it be? Huh. Probably chicken. Something chicken. I like chicken, man. Chicken and potatoes? I don't know. I sound like that guy from the Green Mile. You know the one. Mr. Jingles, that one. No, Mr. Jingles, but the guy who talks about him. John Coffey. I'm freaking now. Finally, and last but not least, are you Illuminati? Yes. Yes, I am. Martin Jones says, do you have any tattoos? No, I am a pasty, untattooed white man. Ian Stormspear says, why are you so cool and entertaining? Well, I couldn't possibly answer that without sounding like a stuck-up dickhead, so I'll just say thanks. Braden Hussey. You hussy. Says, my 2 cents on the face cam is that it should only be used in special announcements. And he says, do you have a pet? We already covered that. CC100 says, what are some of the most annoying enemies you have battled against in a Souls game? Bloodborne included. Haven't fought anything too annoying in Bloodborne so far. I would say, gotta be the Bone Wolf skeletons, right? As well as the spiky Bone Wolf skeleton wannabe weird rat things in the Ivory Crown DLC. And just generally speaking, most of the enemies in Dark Souls 2 that have, a ton of tracking on their weapons. Again, I like that game, but the auto tracking is fucking annoying. So yeah, pretty much anything that tracks you, like a laser beam. Leesworth _ says, what difficulties come with maintaining a YouTube channel? How do you circumvent these problems? For one, finding the time, and again, since I work part-time, that's really why I do have the time. And other than that, copyrights and, editing, uploading problems, whatnot, YouTube not working half the time. Honestly, I have more problems with YouTube not working than I do anything else. So yeah, Unreal Official says, will you play more classic PS1 games? Long story short, yes, I was actually looking on the PlayStation Store the other day because I had a hankering for a spankering. I wanted to play Spyro. And I didn't realize they actually have all the old Spyro games on the PS3, PlayStation Store. So, maybe I'll do Spyro at some point? I don't know how many people would be interested in that. It's like, you run around as like a little pinkish purple dragon. He's got a really silly voice. He's like, what about Nasty Nork? I can't even do the voice. But he sounds very silly, and you run around collecting gems and headbutting, weird things. Though it is kind of amazing. The third one in particular, I think, is just an awesome game. And next question is from TDPI Elephant. What do you love most about Wind Waker so far? I don't know. Probably the sailing, I guess, because that's like the most standout thing. But I think just as like a complete package, I just really enjoy it in general. I guess maybe also the soundtrack as well as the art design. Oh god, my voice hates me right now. Okay, next question, Goblin Lord Gameplay. What is your job in real life? We already covered that. The Danimal234 says, what is your name? What is your quest? What is your favorite color? We covered the name. What is your quest? I guess you mean like my goal in life? It's kind of a strange way to put it. But I guess just generally speaking, to better myself, I always try to just be better at whatever it is I'm doing. Unless it's my real job, because fuck that shit. Next question from him is, what is your favorite color? I guess I'll go with black. I know some people are like, black and white aren't colors. I know technically speaking they're not. So I guess green and blue. You may notice in the background, well you probably can't because he's bright as shit right now, but I almost always give my characters in video games bright green eyes. Don't know why, I just think it looks cool as hell. As for my eye color, because I know someone's going to ask this, it's kind of like a greenish gray. Next question is from Sethri. Sethri? I don't know how to pronounce anybody's name. What started your love for video games? Think I covered this? Wolfenstein 3D. Dylan Kaufman says, what do you do for a living? We covered that. Sperm von Bub D'Angelo says, I have over 300 questions for you. But I cut it down to 75. Holy shit. We'll come back to you at the end and I'll do like, you know, maybe 20 of them or something in like a quick fire thing. Because ain't nobody got time for that shit. This video is already long as hell and I'm probably going to have to split it already because we haven't even gotten to the Twitter questions yet. This is kind of insane. Robert Wagner, or possibly Wagner, says, what attracts you to the sorcerer or mage style in Dark Souls? Why is it that whenever I see you play Dark Souls, you are casting spells? Well, you may have noticed, and I guess Bloodborne's a bad example because there is no mage in that, I think. I don't even know. But on my first playthrough of a Souls game or something similar, I always go melee. Usually strength, but it depends. I never cast magic on the first playthrough. The reason I have done sorcerer runs is just because you don't see them that often, and I think I'm pretty good with the whole sorcerer style of gameplay, like explaining it, showing where to get the spells and whatnot, how to use it effectively, and how to mix it up and, you know, use your melee to your advantage as well, because some people would seem to think that you can't melee and be a mage. Yes, you can, because you can have magic-based weapons. So yeah, I don't know, I just try and do that just because it's different, I guess. Okay, the Hell's Reject says, I remember some time ago you mentioned trying to do live streams. Is that still a thing? Are you going to try to do, or have you done a couple I've somehow missed? No, I have never live streamed. I've come like ridiculously close a couple of times, at least like testing it out, because I know it's one of those things you got to get it set up. Losing my voice again. You got to get it set up before you can actually just do it. So yeah, I really should just get to setting it up, at least so it's ready. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's one of those things I just never have the time. And I know some people will say, well, you should do it for like 2 hours or something. I don't have 2 hours in a day. Like I mentioned earlier, usually I don't play a video game for more than an hour and a half, and that's me recording videos. If I spent 2 hours live streaming every single day, I would not make any videos. I know some people much prefer the live method. I don't. I like to edit my shit and make it, you know, quality, or as high quality as I can. Live streams are just, you know, more casual, which is fine. I have no problem with that, but it's not really my thing. So, long story short, I would like to. I will eventually, but I ain't in no rush. Next up, the Combi Beat says, will you ever do some... wait, I lost the bloody question. Would you ever do stuff with your subscribers like a game night or something like that? Yes, kind of covered that earlier, though it just ain't gonna be like an MMO or like Counter-Strike, because those things don't appeal to me. But yes, I would love to do that. Randy Rand says, would you ever consider LPing Assassin's Creed? Yeah, sure, why not? I very nearly did Assassin's Creed 4, I very nearly did Assassin's Creed Rogue. So yeah, at some point I'm sure it will happen. Milo Foster says, what's your favorite Souls game? If we're going with actual Souls games, Dark Souls 1, followed by Demon's Souls, followed by Dark Souls 2. So yes, again, I've mentioned this before, I think Dark Souls 2 is the worst one, but I still think it's a lot of fun. I think in many ways it's poorly designed, but it's still a fun game. To me. Some people probably, yeah, it's one of those things. I'm sure some people don't enjoy it, I do, but yeah, they were very lax on a lot of things, so yeah, I think it's like a complete package. Dark Souls 2 is definitely my least favorite, Dark Souls 1 is definitely the best package for me, though Demon Souls is also incredibly close, maybe even on par with Dark Souls 1 in terms of quality. but I just thought, you know, it lacked difficulty for me. Some people will tell you Demon's Souls is the toughest one. I strongly disagree. I think I only died in the region of about 10 to 14-ish times. I know 10 to 14 is like a weird number to pick, but I think it was somewhere around there. And that was my first playthrough. I died like 300 in Dark Souls 2, literally. And yeah, that doesn't mean it's a better game though, but yeah. It lacked a bit of difficulty for me, but besides that, it was an amazing game. So yeah, Dark Souls 1. Keely Kimmerlin says, will you ever do a face cam? We already covered this. Basically, in case it's not clear, yes, I will probably do it at some point. No, I'm not in a rush to do it. And no, it certainly wouldn't be all of the time. It would be probably a rare thing. But, who knows? Photech X says, roughly how old are you? Roughly, I'm 28. Charles Geringer says, would you do an LP in exchange for games? E.g., I buy you a game, in exchange you give a fair go of a Let's Play. Kind of like the whole $250 thing that someone mentioned. If it's a game I thought I would enjoy, yeah, but I'd probably just buy it myself instead. Or, you know, if you really want to, just go donate to the Patreon. Thumbs up, you can't see I'm giving like a double thumbs up now. It makes me feel like a sellout every time I mention it. I'm kind of doing it ironically, but yes. So yeah, if you like insist on giving me money, Patreon's the best way to do it, but no, I cannot guarantee you I will play a game. But feel free to suggest things. Next question is from Ayato-666. That's a hell of a name you got there. I just wondered if you ever plan on playing Dragon's Dogma. You said you would, but I get it, lots of great games came out, just wanted to keep up the good job. Thank you. Put it this way, I haven't played Dragon's Dogma since I recorded like 2 parts of it, I think, even though I really want to. The game looks awesome. It really is fun as hell from the little bit that I played. And it's something that, it's a bit similar to Dark Souls style in a way, but also in a way very different. It's kind of like Dark Souls mixed with Shadow of the Colossus, with like, some other shit thrown in there. Like, it's a very unique, very interesting game. So yes, I would love to play it. Yes, I probably will eventually, but basically it's published by Capcom. Capcom, just like Warner Brothers, and these days Nintendo, are just awful when it comes to copyright. Like, they copyright every single cutscene, every single one, in any of their games. So, it basically means I wouldn't make a single penny from that playthrough. And, again, it's not all about the money, but the money helps to fund the channel. So, if I'm spending, you know, I don't know how long that game is, probably, what, 40 plus hours? That's a lot of my time to dedicate to just giving more money to Capcom. So yeah, I financially, I can't afford to do that. If the Patreon ends up, you know, getting blown out of the water, then maybe, you know, ad revenue wouldn't really matter that much. So yeah, in one of the situations I might be able to do that, but at the moment, I just can't afford to just feed that ad revenue to Capcom. So yes, I would love to do it. Know that I haven't done it yet, and that's why. Blur HD says, when did you start YouTube and why? I think I started towards the end of 2012, so it's been about 2.5 years. Which sounds like a long time, I guess it kind of is, but it doesn't feel like a long time, because again, I enjoy it. Why did I start YouTube? I think we kind of covered that, like, I just saw other people doing it, I was like, this motherfucker can do it, so can I. And it's one of those things, like, I've always enjoyed playing games, you know, experiencing them with other people, so it's just kind of like, I don't know, it's my hobby, it's what I enjoy doing. Okay, Vented Halo says, do you intend to return to Dark Souls 1 at some point? I know you were thinking about doing a Perma Gravelord run, I would be interested if you do carry on through with that. Also, do you plan on doing it co-op, and do you have anyone in mind? Okay, yes, absolutely, I wouldn't have mentioned it at all, really, if I wasn't intending to do it. It's probably gonna wait until we finish Bloodborne. Which, I don't know how long it's going to be, but yes, that will be the next Souls game we do. I will be doing Dark Souls 1 at, what the bloody hell is it even called? New Game Plus 7, Perma Gravelord, which means, yes, the Gravelord Red Phantom dudes are everywhere all of the time. Will I do it co-op? I really don't know. It depends if I can get a partner with the time and, you know, the will to suffer through it with me, so maybe? But I don't know. For now, I'm planning to do it solo, but we'll see. Okay, Resmus Grimm says, what do you do besides this awesome channel? Oh, well, thank you. Line of work, we already covered that. Where do you live? We covered that. What do you look like? Okay. Let me describe it to you. I am 5'10". I'm white as shit. Like, I am the whitest man you have ever seen in your life. Like, look up Sheamus. Like, Sheamus. He's a pro wrestler. pale white bright ginger hair, minus the ginger, that's kind of me. Except, you know, without the muscles and being Irish and whatnot. So I guess it's not really me. But, you know, the skin tone, probably not far different. I don't think I'm quite that pale, but yeah. And I have very short shaven hair. Like, I have hair, but not much. It's shaven. And I have, like, I use a trimmer so that I constantly have stubble, because I don't like having a clean-shaven face, nor do I like having a beard. So yeah, this is green gray eyes. That should be enough of a description for you, kind of, maybe, I don't know. And next question is from Nick Biggs. Can we please see your face? Your voice is so funny. I don't know about that. I think I'm quite serious. Again, at some point, I'm sure, hopefully very soon, you will see it. But ain't no rush. But I'm gonna do it so that people that want to have it remain mysterious aren't forced into seeing my horrific face. Next question is from Dylan Box Phoenix Deppy. Can't help but notice you post a lot of questions. You're a spirited one, aren't you? What's the worst job? The worst job you had to do in the warehouse? Just like everything I do every night, moving shit. It's all terrible. Where do you get all of these references from? Bone Dust is Ready, etc. Bone Dust is Ready is just a reference to Bone Saw is Ready, which is what Randy Savage says in Spider-Man 1. The good Spider-Man 1. The new one's okay. You can't be the original because you have Spider-Man wrestling Randy Savage. That by default makes it the coolest freaking movie, possibly of all time. I should have listed that as one of my favorite movies, because it is. As well as the second one with Doc Ock. Third one, I don't think it's anywhere as bad as everyone says it is, but yeah, this is not as good as the other two. So there you go. The random references, man, movies, TV shows, that type of thing. Stu says, where's my burrito? Where's my burrito? Where's my burrito? It's very sad I instantly get that reference. I don't remember what episode it was from or anything, but I know it was like Homer banging on like the side of a burrito stand, and then the shutter thing falls on his head because he's banging it. I think I kind of remember one they like, was it something to do with they were petitioning against the power plant doing something, because, you know, Mr. Burns is evil. And I think everyone else was petitioning whilst, you know, Homer's trying to get a burrito. Something like that. Next question is from... There's a lot of comments here that aren't questions. Keela Kermalone again says, how do you feel about ham? I like it, man. Ham's awesome. Pigs, let's be honest here, they are the greatest animal of all time. You got bacon, sausages, ham, pork, holy shit. Greatest animal to ever live. And very sadly for them, die. That got very dark very quick. Mark McCauley. So what is your favorite game you've played through on this channel? I think we covered that several times by now. Watoric. Fuck me, I can't even say things. I used to wish for a face cam, but now I'm not so sure. I think I'd rather have Mr. Anderson remain his soft, sarcastic, British disembodied voice in my head. I'm not soft, how dare you? Manny Mo. Do you have a question? My question is YouTube related to you as well. You know I've been recently starting my YouTube channel under the name Freaky 2010. Freaky, baby. I kind of want to sing that song now, but I'm going to resist the urge. So hey, you got kind of a shout-out type of thing. My question is, when did your channel take the turn for the best? When it got really popular all of a sudden? Well, first of all, I definitely wouldn't say my channel is very popular. It's not unpopular, it's just a case that many people don't know it exists. So yeah, I have no complaints. You know, we do just fine. A lot of people, it's one of those things I see people all the time, they're like, you deserve more views and such. I'm not going to deny that. A lot of people deserve things they don't get in life. I am happy with what I have, and that's what you need to appreciate in life. You need to be happy with what you have, you know? So yeah, that's, again, I wouldn't say we are ridiculously popular. We do fine. And I guess I have one more question. What did you do to expand your channel, growing your audience, and gaining a lot of loyal fans? Well, I would say the reason I have loyal fans is just because they know I'm loyal to them, you know. Even when I'm ill or whatever, I make sure I still make videos. I go to a lot of work to make sure I constantly upload things, because I know there are people that every single day are depending on me to entertain them, basically. So yeah, it's kind of like a symbiotic relationship. I provide the videos and people support them, I think. I would say that's why people are loyal, because I'm loyal to them. I think. Who knows? Okay, a bunch more questions here from Dylanbox Phoenix Deppy, but I answered all of them besides what's your favorite female character in games / movies / TV. Let's go with Sue and Glee. Glee's not really my type of thing, but I really enjoy watching it because if you've never seen Glee, like, just look up, like, just, like, something on YouTube, like, Sue's best moments or one-liners or whatever. She's, like, she's supposed to be, like, an evil, nasty character. She has the best one-liners. It's kind of amazing. And, she voiced the female, like, soldier in, Wreck-It Ralph, I believe. So, yeah. She's kind of awesome. Mr. Yes says, what made you start YouTube? Again, I saw people doing it, I was like, I can do that, and I want to, so I did. Fuck everyone. Freya says, I have one question and one question only. Dun dun dun. More Pokemon. I think we covered that earlier. I would like to, but Nintendo, at some point I'm sure I'll do it. It's not at the top of my priorities list, so yeah. Though I'm not against it. Providing Nintendo aren't complete dicks. Okay, and last question on YouTube as far as I can see. Hallelujah, it's a miracle. Steph69B says, hey, did you manage to create a Twitch channel? It would be awesome to chat with you while you are playing. My Twitch is MrAndersonLP, exactly the same as my YouTube and my Twitter, branding. So you want to follow me on Twitter, you want to follow me on Twitch, be my guest when I eventually do my very first live stream. You can tune in and then be massively disappointed by how mediocre it is. Because, the power of editing. And next question is on Twitter from JSOTC. I'm not going to read out like their actual Twitter names, we'll go with the handles, because people are weird and stalkerish. Have you ever played the original Devil May Cry's? Yes, I played and completed Devil May Cry 1 and 2 and 4. I didn't play 3, even though a lot of people say it's the best one, because 2 is genuinely one of the worst games I have ever played. I beat it, but it was fucking terrible. Devil May Cry 1, to this day, remains amazing. It's not aged well, but it's still incredibly good in many ways. Devil May Cry 2, man, I do not know what the fuck they were thinking. That thing was awful. I thought 4 was... I enjoyed it, I guess. There was also a lot of time... I probably enjoyed about half of that game. A lot of people, love Devil May Cry 4. I don't really understand their love for it, but hey, people can like what they want, as long as it ain't Final Fantasy 13, because screw that game. Bestie says, do you like potatoes? Hell yes, man, who doesn't? Unless you're, like, allergic to starch or whatever's in them, then, I feel for you, but if you're not allergic to them and you don't like them, there's something wrong with you. Very badly. Okay, next question is from Dylan Martone. I always read that as Martin. Apparently it's Martone. Which of these is your favorite? Demon's Souls, Dark Souls 1, or Dark Souls 2? We covered that, Dark Souls 1, followed by Demon's Souls, followed by Dark Souls 2, but I still like Dark Souls 2. Next question is from David Lewis. Isn't that like a shop brand or something? Like a high street shop? I don't know. Oh, I'm thinking of John Lewis. Ever heard of The Escapist on YouTube and his No Punctuation series? Yes. I think I've actually watched every single one of them. His name's Yahtzee. His real name's Ben Croshaw, I think? Yeah, I'm a fan of that guy. He's very entertaining. Next question is from Killager. Will you ever show your face? We already covered this. Also, are you considering on doing a Kingdom Hearts 2.5 Let's Play? Long story short, no. But the expanded answer to that is I might play through it off camera and record the additional boss fights and, interesting content and whatnots. Which is going to be hard to do because I don't know when that's going to happen. But I know there's a lot more content in the 2.5 version, so yeah, I'll probably at some point do that and, try and string it together in some kind of watchable thing and, so that, I complete the playlist, if you will. So yes, I would like to do the additional content, but no, I ain't doing a full playthrough, just because it's a longer shit game, and my time is better spent playing games that I haven't done on the channel. The question is from Adrian Quiros? I don't know. Adrian Q. What are your thoughts on penguins? I think I actually covered it earlier. I think they look funny. They're waddly and, black and white. Who doesn't love penguins? KC Show says, how did you start your channel? What game? That's a good question. I think the first game, yeah. Pretty damn sure the first game I commentated I can't speak today. It's been a long day. What do you want from me? The first game I ever commentated was The Binding of Isaac. I actually put up a couple of, non-commentated runs, and then very quickly realized that nobody has any interest in that. Because, people don't want to watch, a 45-minute playthrough of The Binding of Isaac if you're not talking. So, it was just full of comments like, freaking commentate it, motherfucker. So I was like, well, fine. And then my commentary sucked. And, yeah. But, hopefully I got better eventually. Maybe, at least a little bit. And, would you ever do co-op with your subscribers? We already covered that. You son of a bitch. No, I'm kidding. Matthew Jones says, what's your favorite game in each genre? Holy shit. Right, let's go with my favorite RPG. Again, joint between Final Fantasy VIII, Red Dead Redemption. That's kind of an RPG. I would say it's an RPG. It's got to be, surely. What's my favorite first-person shooter? That's a damn fine question. I don't know. I don't play enough of them really to have a favorite. I played like half of Far Cry 3, and I was like, that one guy got killed off, and I was like, well, I don't care now. So I stopped playing. Far Cry 4, it's so fucking glitchy, I can't even finish that shit. And besides that, I haven't played a first-person shooter since, one of the Call of Duties a few years ago, and I really only played it online, so yeah. Besides that, don't play racing games, don't play MOBAs, there's a lot of genres I don't play. It's mostly first-person shooters. Let's go with a hack and slash, action, sort of Devil May Cry type of thing. I'd say probably Bloodborne if that's included. If not, then Devil May Cry 1. Because I haven't played 3. And I also haven't played Bayonetta. So, well, that was kind of a half-assed response, but that's a hell of a deep question. Daniel Burnett says, will you ever post a picture of yourself on Twitter? Maybe? I mean, I have. I have one picture of myself on my phone. I don't take selfies, man. It's not a thing I do. But, I could theoretically do that. Okay, I apologize in advance, but I can't find the freaking question, therefore I don't know your name. But I know someone left a comment, I think it was on one of my Bloodborne videos. He basically said, I think, do you watch Doctor Who? Long story short, no, I used to watch it when I was a kid. So that would have been probably, maybe not the original series. I don't know how old that thing is. But no, I haven't seen the reboot at all. I just remember, the old-fashioned weird Daleks walking around. I tried watching the reboot. I watched the very first episode. The one with the mannequins and, Billie Piper looking hot as fuck as she always does. And, I'll be honest with you, basically, I'm gonna spoil the first episode for you. The premise of it was basically that these mannequins are alive, and they're evil, and they're coming to get Billie Piper, and basically they then, you could tell, quite obviously, it was dudes in suits dressed like mannequins, pretending to walk all stiff like robots, oh, we're mannequins, and I was like, I can't take this shit seriously. It's clearly a bunch of dudes in fucking mannequin suits, looking stupid. So, yeah, I didn't get any further than that, because the first episode, really put me off. And I know what you guys say, oh, but there's some amazing episodes, it gets better. Probably does. Yeah, as I mentioned, sci-fi, not really my thing. Say, used to watch it when I was a kid, but no, have not watched it since. Okay, well, the video is already gonna be long as shit, so I guess we'll at least take a look at these 75 freaking questions from Baron Von Burp D'Angelo. Let's try and do this quickfire or something like that. What's your favorite sex position? Girl on top. Sounds boring, but whatever. What's your eye color? Green, gray. Next Pokemon game you'll play on the channel when? We already covered that. If you could be any other race or gender, what other race or gender would you be? I would be me. Are you ever going to open up a PO box so we can send you shit? No. Tits or us? Tits, but both. Pokemon game. Favorite... I've read the rocks. Bitch. Son of a bitch. Favorite Pokemon game. Wait, no. God damn it. Favorite Pokemon. It's... you fucker. Favorite Pokemon? Genya. Favorite game? Covered that. How long is your manly beard? Oh, we covered that as well. Favorite color? We covered that as well. Didn't you say you played the bass or something? No. Bass, whatever. I can't even pronounce the fucking word correctly. Most hated game? Final Fantasy 13. Favorite wrestler? Chris Jericho. Shawn Michaels. Favorite YouTuber besides yourself? Total Biscuits. Sounds so shitty just mentioning a British person, but I swear it's not a British thing. Recommended microphone. For beginners, Blue Snowball, but you need to learn how to use it. Recording setup. We kind of covered that. Do you use a N question mark code to display your games on your TV? If I do, I have no idea because I don't know what that is. Favorite album? I don't really have one. We'll say the White Album because that's what everyone says. Dream job? YouTuber, I guess. Dream location? The Bahamas. Remember when I made you only 25 of these? There's more. Yes. Why is your Steam profile private? So people don't bother me. And, you know, what I do in my own time is privates. Will you ever make a Skyrim mod? No. Do you wear a top hat? No. Does it make you look dapper? No. Do you bite your fingernails? Yes. Though I shouldn't, I know, but I don't care. I just burped. I'm gonna cut that out. Where were we? How long does it take you to make a video and edit it? The quick fire, we're trying to do this quick fire, probably about an hour and a half. It depends. Sometimes I record for 45 minutes, kind of down to like 25, 30. So yeah, a long time. Do you have any secret fetishes? Such as... Oh my god, this question. I guess Girl on Gold, but that's not really a secret, man. Like, everyone likes that. Come on. Favorite video game as a kid? Wolfenstein 3D, I guess. Resident Evil 2, something like that. Are you partnered with anybody? No. Machinima offered me a contract, and it was shit, so I said no. And same thing with TGN. Have you played Super Smash Bros. Yet? No. Haven't played any Smash game ever in my life. I know, I'm terrible. What games console did you have as a kid? The Sega Master System, I think, was the first one? What do you think of kids nowadays? They're all terrible, and they always have been. What's your favorite breakfast? Don't really eat breakfast. What do you eat for lunch? I don't really eat lunch. I just kind of eat dinner. What about dinner? Check in. Do you have desserts? If so, what is it? No. Do you like pudding? No. How about cheese? Cheese is awesome. What do you think about traveling to other countries someday? Yeah, it's cool. Umbasa. Which Dark Souls game has the worst fall damage? 2? Come on, man. How long is your penis? That's funny. I ain't going into that. It's bigger than average. Average is 6 inches, so you can do the math there. Maybe. Though I didn't give you much to go on. Haha! If you could meet anyone in the world, who would it be and why? Will Smith. Because he's awesome. Favorite character in Don't Starve? Wilson, because he's just kind of all around, and, you know, I'm boring, plus he's got the beard. On my stars and garters, we're over halfway down. Oh, you fucker. Dark Trolls 2, not gonna happen. How good are you at Mario Kart? I'm shit. I used to be awesome. Are you ever going to feature another person on your channel? Probably eventually. Do you believe in magic in young girls' hearts? No. What is your favorite Tekken character? Jin and Kazuya. Probably Kazuya, because they changed Jin in 4, I think? What is your favorite... Oh, no, it's the same thing. Most scumbag game developer? Phil Fish. How much wood does a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chug wood? You said the question wrong. It's how much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chug wood? Suck it! Sorry, I'm a little bit hyper right now. Why do people point to their wrist when asking for the time, but people don't point to their crotch when they ask where the bathroom is? It's a damn fine question. What is your screen and how large is it? I don't know what my screen is. It says Ayama. I don't even know what the fuck that is. I think it's like 23, 4 inches. It's not huge, but it's a desktop screen. Is it true people in Britain use 2 tabs? Well, for me it is. I don't know about every household, but yes, generally speaking, I believe so. Funniest website? I don't really go to websites, so we'll go with like Explosum, Cyanide and Happiness, whatever the hell it's called. You know the thing. Stupidest YouTuber? I ain't gonna answer that. Beard color? Kind of brownish? Do you ever notice Mario has different hair colors? His mustache and his head color are different. No, but that's a good point. He does have brown hair and a black mustache. What are you up to, Mario? What are you up to? In fact, maybe it's the other way around. I don't know. Does Marvelous Talkers go for those backdoor shenanigans? No. Have you ever hired a hooker? No. Did the hooker have an STD? No, because I wouldn't... Okay, let's go into this. I would never pay for sex, because just on principle. It doesn't matter if I was fucking desperate. Wouldn't do it. As far as I'm concerned, you know, she should be paying me. Should mongoose eggs be prepared tonight? I feel like that's a reference. I don't get it. Did you ever believe the magic 8-ball? No. Did you ever make balloon animals? No, I think I tried once and it didn't go well. I'm kind of scared of balloons. I'm not scared of them, but I don't like them popping. It freaks me out. I'm like a cat or something. Twitch. I think we covered that, like ad nauseum. What game do you intend to play after Wind Waker? Dark Souls 1, Permagrave Lord thing, maybe Legaia 2, we'll see. Whatever. I have no idea, really. I don't usually plan that much in advance. Favorite porn star? I love how I mentioned the name of a porn star once, just casually in a Dark Souls 2 video. Now everyone thinks I'm an expert. I swear to God, yeah, fuck it. We'll go with Katsuni just because that's who I mentioned. But really, I don't have one. I'm not saying I don't watch it. We've all watched porn at some point. If you don't, you're probably a little bit weird. Okay, and the last question. This is 76, you son of a bitch. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much did answering those make you want to chop my dick off? Probably about an 11. Okay, that is all of them. I think I have notes here, so I don't forget to do stuff. We covered Twitter, okay, I think we covered everything. Last thing to say is thank you everyone for the overwhelming support. All the congratulations on, 10,000 subscribers, that was a lot of you. Thank you. Thank you all for, everyone that watches the videos. Just watching really does mean a lot to me. Those of you that comment, those of you that support me by clicking the like button, advertise me to friends, those of you that support me on Patron, any way that you support me, trust me, I really do appreciate it. Thank you everyone. And, yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.